friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke Adeyemo. Thank you for being with me today. If you want to continue to hang out with me, make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up, and also go ahead and hit the little bell for notifications when I post a video. So today I thought I would talk about something kind of looping back to the very first video I made on this channel, which is about my now husband and my home buying journey. So back in October, if you go back and watch that video, I'll link it here. We started the home buying journey back in October of 2021. We flew out to Houston, Texas. We are in Southern California currently. Flew out to Houston and decided that we wanted to build a new construction home. I mean, not like on the fly. We went there thinking that we were gonna like look for houses, and that's what we did. And we decided to go the new construction route. So we toured this community, really liked it, toured a few, but picked the one we really liked and could afford, obviously. And then decided to go ahead and sign the purchase agreement and get the whole process started and apply for the loan and all of that. So where things stand currently, so much has happened. I'm like blown away at how fast this process has been, because I feel like when you're thinking about construction or remodeling, in my head, it's always just been like, oh, that takes forever. You know, like there's always so many delays. I don't know if it's just stories I've heard from family and friends who've done renovations or built homes, but I always just feel like, man, it just takes forever, doesn't it? Like I never want to do that. And then here I am. So long story short, we applied for the loan. It took so long. I mean, it honestly didn't take as long as it was a pretty average time for us, on the shorter end of average times, I guess, for loan approval. But you just have to submit every single piece of paper that you have about your financial status, your employment status, your taxes, everything they see in order to underwrite your loan and process it. So that whole process took about 30, 40 days. I think it was actually like 32 days or something like that. It wasn't bad when we finally got notified that our loan got gold approval. So once that happens, then you have your design meetings with we might have had, I'm trying to remember if we had the design meeting while the loan was in the process or after it was already approved. I think it was actually during the process of the whole loan underwriting. So we hadn't gotten full approval yet. Yes, we had not gotten full approval yet, but they wanted you to go ahead and have you have to have two meetings with the design center to pick all your upgrades and pick all your appliances, paint colors, floors, all that jazz, exterior colors, all that, before the loan. So once the loan's done, they can just hand it right off to the construction team and get it started, like no delays. So today I wanted to talk about what we picked in the design center, what we thought was worth it in the design center, what we wanted to spend the money on, and what we didn't, things that we could do later. And that's really the things that we tried to focus on was, okay, let's spend the money now on things that either we can't change later or things that would just be a huge hassle to change later, and then leave everything else standard, or included is what it's called, with the base price of your home. If you don't change anything, we could just leave everything that we could change later and do it later for cheaper and do it ourselves. So that's pretty much what we did. Let's see. The most important thing that I was super excited about was getting a higher ceiling. So standard in our floor plan, and I think most KB homes in Houston have a standard 8-foot, don't quote me on that, but a standard 8-foot ceiling height that's included in your base price. And for me, I was like, okay, I just really want it to feel open. I'm big on the open floor plan thing. I really want it to feel open and nice and spacious. So it was important to me that we splurged on getting that extra foot of a ceiling on the bottom level only. So we have a 9-foot ceiling on the bottom level, which I didn't even realize this till we were in the design meeting, but by going for the 9-foot ceiling, you automatically get the larger cabinets, the 42-inch cabinets, which is an upgrade. Normally they're 30 inches, I think. So it's an extra foot of cabinet space, which is amazing. It's looped into the price of the higher ceiling, but it does come with that. And then you also get 8-foot doors, front and back doors, and bigger windows. I think the windows are 6 feet, and originally they would be like 5. So that's really exciting. I was super happy about that. Another thing was flooring. We really wanted to have nicer flooring because changing flooring just seems like such a hassle and not something that we would want to do later on down the road. So we did upgrade. I think standard, it comes with all wet areas have hard tile, like the standard tile. So it's just like right in the front entryway, the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the laundry room, I think. But it's like the standard tile just is not attractive. So we did upgrade for a tile that looks more like wood, and we also upgraded to have the entire downstairs have that. So otherwise it would be just the wet areas and the rest would be carpet, like your living room, dining room areas would be carpet, but we upgraded to have the whole downstairs have that nice like wood looking tile. We didn't go for the laminate. We saved a little money there. You could have done like laminate vinyl planking instead of tile, but we just went with the tile that looks like wood because it fit our budget better. So we're excited about that. Another thing in regards to flooring, we picked a pretty standard carpeting option for the stairs and the upstairs, but we did add carpet padding because I did my research. I also had my mom telling me this. She's had new construction homes in her life. And basically, if you don't get the padding, your carpet wears down a lot faster. So I just decided it was just a few $100 and we went for the extra carpet padding. We did upgrade our stair railing, something that seems like it would be hard to do later. One thing we didn't do is we didn't get cabinet hardware. So we did get, the bigger cabinets. We did upgrade our type of cabinets. They're maple cabinets now, which isn't standard, I don't think. Maybe it was just the color and style. Maybe they're all maple. I don't know. But we didn't get cabinet hardware because, first of all, it was money we wanted to save and felt like that would be something easy to add on later. But also the builder didn't have that many options. And I feel like there's so many more options at Lowe's and Depot, even on Amazon, where you could get something that you really, really like. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do that and install those later. We also did standard on all like bathroom fixtures, like faucets, lighting. We didn't upgrade any of that. The only lighting we did upgrade is we added a chandelier over the kitchen island. It's not really a chandelier. It's like a big linear light fixture. And we added a few can lights in the living room because that didn't come with anything. It just came with a ceiling fan pre-wiring. So we did add a few can lights there. But other than that, like doorknobs, door hinges, we didn't upgrade any of that. We didn't upgrade like the bathroom. You could have done a longer vanity in the master bathroom and had like a sit down area in between the two sinks, but we wanted to do a stand-up shower anyways instead. And you can't do both because I guess the way that our floor plan was, if you open the door and had the longer vanity, it would hit it. And so you can't do that. It's one or the other. So we picked the stand-up shower, or not stand-up shower. It is a stand-up shower, but just no tub. Usually it comes like tub shower combo. So we got rid of the tub. You can do the tub separately. So you can have a separate tub shower, but we just decided to go with the shower because another bathroom has a tub. So really important tidbit of information. If you're ever thinking about doing a new construction home, you look at the prices and you're like, oh my gosh, like it's a brand new house. It's this price. What? Like there's other homes for resale in this area that are so much more expensive. Like, how is that even possible? The new construction homes don't come with everything. You have to pay for literally everything. For example, gutters. You have to pay extra to add gutters to your house. We added gutters to the whole house. They did have an option to just do it on part of the house, but we were like, definitely don't want to be dealing with issues with water later. And it rains a lot in Houston, if you're familiar with the area at all. So we were like, definitely do the gutters. We had to add our own sprinklers for the yard, front and back. You do have to pay if you want appliances, like if you want to upgrade the appliances. We got a fridge as a sales incentive, but normally that doesn't come with the house. We had to upgrade to get a microwave. Otherwise, it would have just been like a vent hood. An oven does come standard and a dishwasher, but I think that's it. You don't get washer dryer or anything. So those are the things that kind of, add up after you've already signed the purchase agreement with a new construction home. So if you're considering it, that's just something to keep in mind. I think it's still totally worth it as long as you've built in extra room in your budget beyond the price you see on the website for that house. We did raise the vanity height in the master bathroom. So I think normally they're like 32 inches and we paid a little extra to have 36-inch height. Another thing that we didn't do was do a covered patio. So they have options, I think, on most of the KB home floor plans, if not all of them, to add a covered patio on the back. And the one for our house would have been humongous. Like the entire back of our house would have had the covered patio on it, which is so nice, especially because Houston does get hot. But it was going to be 11 grand or something like that. And we were like, you know what? We'd rather do something later on that's a little bit more personal to our style. We can do something different. We can do something cool, modern, whatever, instead of just the normal covered patio that every other house has. But we did go for the concrete slab. So you could choose to do the slab without the covered patio part. So we did do that. We got the slab, and that was a couple $1,000s. But we're excited about that. We wouldn't want to have to deal with like hiring a concrete company to come in and put a slab later in. So yeah, we're glad we did that. Those are all the main things that we upgraded. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple little things here and there, but for the most part, those are the big things. And we're so excited about it. So basically, you have 2 design meetings. First one, they're 3 hours, and we did ours virtually. You can do it in person, but we're not in Houston, so we did it virtually. And it's a 3-hour process where you basically have to go through literally everything with your design consultant. Every single option, every single facet of your house will be discussed, which is great. It makes you feel like you've thoroughly covered everything. There's nothing you're missing. Like you trust this person to know what they're doing, and they do. So that was awesome. And then you have another meeting a week or so later where you finalize everything. And then once you finalize everything, you cannot change it. Like if you want to change it, it costs you something. And so you got to be really sure that everything that you picked in that meeting is what you want and what you can afford. So that's a really important tidbit of information too. So moving on through the process, we had our design meetings. A couple weeks later, got notified that our loan was approved and everything was good to go. And then about a week later, they'd started and they had set up the form for our foundation, got the underground plumbing done. And then a few weeks later, they'd poured the foundation and then they got the framing up. And now they have, like, it actually looks like a house now. When we get our weekly updates with photos and videos, it actually looks like a house, and it is so exciting. We could not be more excited. They have had some delays with COVID and supplies, but they keep us updated on absolutely everything. And they are working on other areas of the house that aren't affected by the delay to kind of counteract that time. So they've been absolutely wonderful. They're super responsive to questions, and I couldn't be happier with our experience. I cannot wait to move into the house. I just feel like, I mean, we're going to be so overwhelmed. We're moving from a 1-bedroom apartment to a 4-bedroom home. And it's going to be so empty, but I'm just so excited for all the possibilities. Like, you should see my Pinterest board. It is full of ideas, and I cannot wait. I've always been a design type person. I love cohesive color schemes. I love design on a budget. It just gets me going, you know, I just love it. So I can't wait to be able to design all of that. Oh, that reminds me. Another thing we didn't choose to do was have them do a paint color for us. So the builder has the standard option that comes included with your base price is just eggshell white everywhere in the house. And we could have chosen a different color. Only Sherwin-Williams is who they work with, which is fine. We could have chosen one of the colors, but they would do, there was no option to do different rooms, different colors. Like if you picked a color, it was a few $1,000s, but it was the whole house. Like you couldn't have any variation. That wasn't an option. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we wait till we get there? We can see what paint colors we want. We can do rooms differently in our own time. And as a kid, my mom always was painting rooms in our house, like over and over and over again, just for change and fun. And she enjoyed it. And I would do it with her. And so painting is kind of therapeutic to me, and I really enjoy doing it. So that's something we're going to do ourselves as well. But yeah, we are going to be so overwhelmed. I'm sure it's going to take us some time to fill that baby up with furnishings and decor, but I'm so excited for the process. My husband, Remy, is so excited. We can't believe that in a few months, we're going to have a house. Like, it's February now. We started this whole process back in October. They didn't actually start construction till the end of November. So November, December, January, February. It's been about 4 months, but they're telling us now that it's supposed to be done like early June, when originally they told us late July. So hopefully it stays that way. And once it does get finished, I'm going to do a moving vlog, and I'm also going to do an empty house tour. And I'm sure You'll also see a ton of other house videos after we get there. Make sure to stay tuned for our moving and home decor journey. I know today was a little bit different from my curly hair content that I've been doing the past week or so, but I just wanted to keep you guys updated. I might do another update before we move. It just depends on the timeline and if anything really changes, if there's anything really worth updating you about. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you next time.